So I want to share something cool. I coach a couple who are in a band together also. So they create and they are a couple. And they were feeling super stuck. We're in the middle of a pandemic right now. They can't get any videos made because no one's around. They can't really get people to do some of the work they need on their record. They have some financial limitations. So they were just feeling stuck, frustrated, like nothing's moving, which then brings on panic, fear, this sort of thing. And in our session 2 weeks ago, I encouraged them to just stop and go out and make a video on their own. And we mapped it out, and they were like, we've never done this. We don't know how to do this, whatever. And I encouraged just, in these times, like get DIY, watch YouTube's, figure out how you need to figure it out, which is a mentality, a way that I've been living for a long time, my whole life. And it works. And so what they reported today in their session 2 weeks later made me so happy. They, by doing that, they made a video that they really like and they're feeling really confident about, but they said that it led them to then tackle this other issue that they had, which was using technology to mix and master a record, which they don't know how to do. And they dove in because they sort of had this like DIY confidence that they now got from making the video, and did some research, asked some friends, figured that out, and now they're really moving forward with that. So they now have this feeling of not being stuck at all. They are fully moving and with momentum. And what was cool is they said that it affected everything and it changed their outlook. So their mental view of everything right now went really positive. Instead of negative, frustrated, and stuck, they're excited, they're curious. And then he discovered something that was going on with a piece of equipment they had. And because in the spirit of this, taking care of business on their own that they've done with these other things, he tackled that and he like kind of rebuilt his bass guitar and did all these things which he's never done. He didn't know how to do that. He's never done it. He would normally pay someone to do that. And it's such a cool thing for them to dive into. And the point is that when you do things that you don't think you know how to do and you just sort of force yourself to do it, and it's not to say you can tackle everything and be able to do it, but that spirit of like, I'm capable, I'm more capable than I think I am, it can lead to other things, and it can open the doors to, now they tackled 3 things, in this 2-week period that they didn't know they knew how to do. And the report back is, we are happier, we are motivated, we are excited. So I just thought that was super cool that they took the challenge I gave them. It's like, just try it. Even if it doesn't work, at least you tried it. But you have to move. You have to take action to get anything moving. Inaction keeps you stuck. Do something, move, make an action, and you will start to move forward. And then it starts to pick up speed, and then you're doing it with other things. And next thing you know, you feel excited instead of frustrated and stuck. So just wanted to share that. I think it's cool. And I've learned it my whole life. And especially when you have scarcity or out of need, you need to do that. When I was younger, I randomly bought a building from a government loan for $3,000, and it was a crack house. And I didn't know what I was doing. I've never rebuilt anything, let alone rehabbed an entire, gigantic building. And because my spirit was like, well, I'm going to try it. We didn't even have the internet then. So I bought a book, a big yellow book at Home Depot. And I just started to read how you hang drywall. And I screwed it up. This building, to this day, almost 20 years later, I still am redoing things that I messed up because I did them wrong. But at the end of the day, I got the building done. I did it on my own dime and time. I rented it out. 20 years later, another 20 years from now, it's going to be worth something for me. That's maybe my retirement. The whole point was, none of that would have happened if I didn't just try something that I did not know how to do. So trust yourself in the universe, flex that muscle that you don't even have, build it up. I always say flex that muscle, and that might be an annoying metaphor to some, but I really do think that that's the way I look at it. Okay, I don't have a muscle that does things that I don't know how to do, so let me try it. Pretty soon you're like, oh, I try things all the time I don't know how to do. It's okay if you screw them up, but at least you tried, and it keeps things moving forward. So that's all. I just wanted to share that.